everybody, I am going to be doing more card videos, me creating cards, and I know I've created cards on my channel before, but when I first started crafting about 7-ish years ago, I started out making cards and just layering paper, maybe a little bit of stamping, and that was it. And you know, as time went on, my paper crafting love evolved into more mixed media style, and I love art journaling and, you know, all that fun stuff that is pretty messy. But I just have felt like something has been missing in, I don't know, my paper crafting experience lately, and I realized that I have been missing making cards and just, you know, going to a sketch blog and getting a sketch, creating a card from that sketch, and just keeping it simple. And I'll be sharing with you guys my cards, and hopefully I'll do about, I'm hoping one a week, I'm sorry, and maybe more, but I'll be keeping them pretty simple, little to no mixed media type techniques, maybe a little modeling paste here and there, some, you know, color bloom spray splatters here and there, but definitely not a full-on mixed media type card. But I hope you guys enjoy these videos and give them a thumbs up if you do, and let's get started. I use a sketch from mojomonday.blogspot.com, and I will leave a link down below. Also, I will have an updated blog post, which I will also link down below, with all the products I used and links to where you can purchase them. And I hope you guys enjoy the video. So I started off with an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and it's just a pack of paper that I get at Walmart, and I believe it's Georgia Pacific brand. So I cut it in half, which makes it 4 1/4 by 5.5, and I'm going to be using this paper collection here. It is from Fancy Pants. It's an older collection. I believe it came out in 2013, but I love the yellow and the blue and the gray. It's so cute. So I'll be using that. So my trick is, so I want it just a tad bit smaller, which I'm just going to take my fingernail and just mark it where I want it. Next, I'm going to take the blue, layer that, mark it, and if you cut it a little larger than you think, like, you know, you can always cut down more. And I do that quite often. I'll cut a little bit larger than what I might like, and then I can always go back in and cut off more if I need to. So it's about right. And next is this one here. And this one I'm actually going to do a little bit smaller because I want a little bit more of that blue to show. Okay, so that's going to layer about just like that. Of course, I will even it out. And because I have, I cut out a banner with the gray cardstock and then the blue paper, pattern paper, I'm actually going to do it from these ones, and you'll never know because they're going to be layered all together, and you'll never know that there's a piece missing in the middle, and it saves you a little bit of paper. So I cut out the banners from the banner bundle set, die set from Verve stamps, and mine is very well loved, so that's why it looks like this. But I use the two larger ones, and they layer perfectly together. So you want the smaller banner pendant to be on the blue paper and the larger banner pendant to be on the gray paper. They're going to layer perfectly together, and we're going to do some stamping on the blue one. Okay, so I cut out these super cute hearts using this die. It's from Verve Stamps as well. It's called From the Heart. It's really cute. It cuts out 4 hearts. You can't even see those on there. Just like that. Super cute. Okay, we're going to add those at the end, but I figured I'd cut them out while I had my machine on my desk. So we're going to do our stamping, and first we're going to use this Color Philosophy ink pad. These are new from Prima. I just love them. They're magnetic, and they all stick together. They magnetize together for easy storage, and the color is on the side as well as the top. So if you have them on your shelf, you could see which color you need. Love that. Okay, so I'm going to be using this set here, and it is from Verve Stamps. It is Chevron Love. Super cute. Okay, I want to get a really crisp image, and to try to achieve that, I'm going to add a little bit of Versamark ink to my stamp, and then I'm going to take the Color Philosophy ink pad and generously add the color. And it helps just give a nice crisp image there. Okay, so now we're going to do some embossing, and I'm going to be using this stamp set from Verve Stamps, and it is Bountiful Backgrounds. I'm going to be using the dots. So I'm not normally very precise, but because I want to make sure that the dots are straight, I love my Prima stamp block for that, and it has a handle as well so that you can give even pressure, and it's pretty large. So I'm going to be doing some stamping with Versamark on the gray cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to turn it a little sideways so I could see the edge and hope for the best. Not the straightest stamper, so probably is going to turn out a little crooked, but that's okay. You want to give a lot of pressure because this cardstock is textured, and we're going to be doing some embossing. Perfect. So I'm using the Ranger Super Fine Detail Embossing Powder in white. I love this embossing powder. I cut down that paper that I embossed just because it needs to fit just like that. And it's okay if it hangs over just a tad. I am going to be kind of roughing up the edges a little bit, so it'll make it a little bit smaller. So I like Fabri-Tac glue, and it's just what I use. So roughing up the edges to all the papers. I actually forgot to do this blue layer before I added it to the gray cardstock, but that's okay. So I'm just going to layer these 2 pennants together, just like that. I'm going to add these 2 layers to my card base. And before I adhere this layer, I'm going to add a little doily, These you can get at papermark.com, and they're called French doilies. I love these. They're so pretty. Just going to cut off just a little bit, and then I'm going to actually leave a little bit so I can hang, or I can fold it behind the cards, the pattern paper. So I just want it just a little bit, and then once I get it to where I want, I'm going to flip it over, put the glue on this side. Just like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue here. Okay, so I'm taking some baker's twine and some seam binding. I'm just going to tie a bow. Doesn't have to be perfect because I will manipulate it how I want, just as long as I get that seam binding and the baker's twine through. There we go. Okay, so I added some foam adhesive to the back of the cardstock that I embossed with white embossing powder, and you could see there, just so the seam binding and the twine goes right through so that it sits evenly on the pattern paper. So I added some foam adhesive to the back of my pendants here, just so that it sits nicely, just like that. We're going to add our little hearts. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to take the smallest one and add it to the top. Just right there. And then a middle-sized one and add it to the bottom left. Okay, so that is my card. I hope you guys enjoyed, and give me a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.